What's up, everybody? It's Priyanjoni. So as some of you guys might already know, whenever I play live, I sometimes perform with a guitar. And the way I set it up is that I use what's called a guitar multi-effects processor and plug it into the line of my controller or the main mixing board. The multi-effects processor I use is the Boss GT1. And the way I use it is that I usually have the DJ gear right in front of me, and I have the GT1 off to the side up on the desktop. Now the GT1 is designed to be used like a foot pedal. That's why there's foot switches there, and then there's the expression pedal here. Now the way I use it, being up on the desktop, is that it's very, very difficult to control your volume while you're playing because the expression pedal is up here instead of being down below on your foot. So to solve that little problem, I bought a separate expression pedal right here, the Roland EV-5. What an expression pedal does is that you can actually plug it to something like the multi-effects processor, and you can assign it to control different parameters. Most times with a guitar effects processor, you use it to control volume, and that's what I mostly use it for. You can also use it to control other parameters, including distortion levels, or oftentimes using it as the wah-wah. And for a couple years, the Roland EV-5 worked pretty well for my applications. Now, one of the big problems that I've actually come across using the EV-5 is the fact that there's not much resistance on the pedal. I can easily boost or cut the volume with just a little bit of force. And I quite do that often where I'm playing something and I just want to lower down the volume and I accidentally cut it off. And the other concern I had with the EV-5 is that it has a plastic construction. And over time, I feel like I'm going to break this thing. And if it's not the actual pedal that I'll break, it's also possible that I might damage the wire. This was a $54 expression pedal. And now I am going to be replacing this with the Boss EV-30. And for some of you folks that don't know, Boss is actually owned by Roland. And the packaging on this is similar to the Roland EV-5. It's just brown cardboard. No Beats by Dre style packaging for guitar pedals, at least not the expression pedal. Okay, we got the manual here. Put that to the side. All right. First impression, this thing is pretty heavy. One thing I will miss about the EV-5 being in my backpack is it's a lot lighter than this thing. Put this off to the side for now. And I believe this will be the wire. Comes with a 1/4-inch cable. This 1/4-inch cable has a very unique feel to it, almost like rubbery. Looks like it's a TRS cable. I'm probably going to keep this plastic bag covering for when I pack it in my backpack. Oh, that is nice. It has 2 outputs for expression and 2 controls for the minimum. So I guess you can use one pedal for more than one device, and a polarity inverse on it in case the device reads it backwards, meaning sometimes you'll plug it in and you could have it down for full volume and then mute all the way up. Nice little feature. Now, I wish this cable was longer because this is definitely not going to be the cable I'm going to be using because I need a lot more distance than this little thing. I'm going to try this on my foot. So here's what I'm discovering. On the EV-5, because it's so light, it's easy to kick around. So you naturally try to put your full weight into it just to keep it stable. Because of that, it's easier to lean it to full on or fully off because you're putting your whole weight into it. When I tried that with my foot, with the EV-30, because it's heavier and it's more planted to the ground, I don't have to put my full weight to move the expression pedal. Now, I wish there was a little bit more resistance on it, but because of the weight difference, it doesn't feel like it's necessary for me to put my full weight, which is why I usually slam the volume on and slam the volume off. So it wasn't exactly what I expected. I was actually expecting more resistance, but it still manages to achieve the goal that I'm looking for, which is simply to be able to precisely control the expression pedal without accidentally hitting it on or off. Now, what's also cool is that I do plan on getting another multi-effects processor. In fact, I'm looking at the Moore GE200, and having 2 expression pedal outputs is going to be really, really useful, so I don't have to do any awkward switching from one device to another. So let's put these two side by side. We got the Roland EV-5 and we got the Boss EV-30. The biggest difference is the material used. We got mostly plastic versus mostly metal. The EV-30 is heavier because of the materials, for better or worse. The resistance is actually about the same. Stability, you can see that you can kick around the EV-5. The cable on the EV-30 is detachable, so you don't ever have to worry about damaging the cable and needing to open the whole unit up to repair it. You just toss the cable, use a new one. Probably the biggest letdown about the EV-30 is only the cable length. Boss EV-30 is not going to get to my desktop very easily with the cable that was provided. Now, I get it. There's a reason why one product is a Roland and the other product is a Boss, even though you can tell that these models, at least by the model name, EV, that they're in the same design lineage. Well, the EV-5, the Roland product, is probably expected to be used with guys who are keyboard players and used with synthesizers. And that's why the cable is so long on these. While the Boss EV-30 is probably going to be used by someone using an effects processor or some sort of guitar pedal that's used all on the floor. And if I actually use my effects processor on the floor, the setup would be looking more like this. Now, I know I keep bringing this up, but the reason why I keep expecting the resistance on the EV-30 to be stronger, because on the GT1, it is pretty strong. Now, granted, they probably had to make it like that because the throw is not as far. But that's not to say that you don't gain control by the fact that it's a lot more stable when it's planted down on the floor. It's harder to kick around, and you don't have to put as much body weight to control it like you would with the EV-5. So yeah, what I'm going to be doing soon is I'm going to take the Roland EV-5 and I'm going to keep this in the studio. So whenever I'm using my multi-effects in the studio or with one of my keyboards or synthesizers, this is going to be the pedal that's going to stay here. And the EV-30 is going to be traveling with me now in my backpack for when I'm performing live. So yeah, guys, if you have any questions, comments, or anything to add about the EV-30, I would love to hear your thoughts or learn anything new about it. If you like this video, be sure to smash that like button. And if it's your first time here and you found this video useful, be sure to click that subscribe button. And don't forget to click that little bell icon so you get a notification the next time I upload a video. All right, guys, it was fun. Thanks for watching.